What's going on, Dragon Brawlers? Scott Sedman back again here with the lovely, the one, the only, soon to be Chef Piotr.
Well, why are we bringing my future career choices into
I
this?
don't know. I'm hungry. Okay. and
Okay.
and
Hello, everyone.
just roll with it, man. Just roll with it. At least I have a voice today, unlike another video you'll hear from me where I sound like I've died, because I probably did inside. Today we're bringing you the top 7 blue Divine Multiverse cards that are not SR. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we are.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't know why there's like that dramatic pause. For effect. We've got 7. We managed to make 7 choices that are not SRs that can be used within the draft and just in the game in general.
Actually, not many of them are rares as well.
Exactly.
Way less than
less red.
Red one.
Red was like rare. Meditation, rare. So should we get into number 7? Because I think number 7 is the most. Like this one is the most. Like this one has the potential to be the most broken within
This
one
one
deck.
has the potential to make everyone most salty.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just an okay card. So
I wouldn't even say it's an okay card. It's only good in one setup that you brought to me, and I agreed with this. And I think if this is going to make that deck come back, everyone is going to be so upset.
And if you're wondering what that deck is, it's none other than
Milgen Ember.
and you're like, wait, what? Gawasu doesn't mill? No. But Gawasu stacks the deck.
Let's go first for what the card is.
Yeah, if you want to read it through for me, Peter.
It's Gowasu Manipulative Supremacy. He's a god from Universe 10, blue card. He costs 1 blue, has 5000 power, and has Activate Main. Once per turn, you can look at up to 3 cards from the top of your opponent's deck and rearrange them however you want. What does it mean for blue? Well, when the Janemba attacks, when the leader attacks, you mill 2, and then you draw 1. So you can choose which 2 cards from the top of their deck you mill, and you can choose what they draw at the beginning of their turn.
It's nuts.
It can very easily mill the win condition, because looking at 3 cards is actually quite a lot.
100%. 100% agree.
It can choose what you're drawing, so they can keep on giving you the card that they know you can't use against them.
Yeah, I mean, you can essentially, you can get rid of the 2 things they like, and you can leave them with chaff. Like, just
Yes.
a bad card.
It's essentially going to be play Gowasu. When they remove Gowasu, then you play the next one and use its effect before you attack. And I think that actually might be strong enough.
To warrant
Problem
it.
is, will you have enough opening for that?
That's true. This is the thing, we're going back and forward, and I think it's something that we'll only see in time and testing, but just purely based on that setup alone, I think it warrants the 7th spot, because that could be a killer combo and will bring back one of the most devastating decks this game's ever seen.
Again, you need to find an opening for that, but yes, I think if you can establish Gowasu early enough and they can't remove it, that might be powerful.
Yes. Especially if they're playing like your opponent's playing like a tri build and they haven't placed that energy. If you can keep denying them that energy, oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, they will still draw 2 cards a turn, so 1 card they draw a turn you wouldn't know, but you still will be able to control a lot of it.
Yeah, that's true. It's just devastating.
And if you mill all of their check lands,
Oh my god. Ruthless. This man has no chill.
of course.
Oh, imagine hitting like 2 Paragus super combos with it. Oh.
Better thing I prefer to do is attack with 6-drop Boo, and then they have Paragus super combo in hand and they try to use it.
And then they can't.
But they still need to warp a card from hand.
True.
Yeah.
Ah, well, I mean, this one was more of a pick just for potentiality.
Yes. I mean, all those cards are in potential.
Yeah.
We don't know how good they're going to be until it's going to happen. And let's be honest, majority of the cards that are going to be good are going to be super rares. There is a couple of exceptions. Like in Draft Box 4, we had 2 exceptions, really.
Topo!
And Remote Series Bomb.
Yeah. And Oracle Fish. Let's never forget Oracle
Yes,
Fish.
Oracle. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Shall we
thank you
go
acknowledging. Oracle Fish.
Six.
Yes, number 6, Peter.
Sixth one is going to be very, very unusual because it's one of the Universe 10 gimmick cards, but this one actually has an effect no matter what. So to tell you what's the gimmick of Universe 10,
Yes.
you reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if it's a battle card or a non-battle card, you get an effect. So normally you have a choice between those. But this one has 2 different effects depending on what you flipped, and I think all of them should have been like this.
Yeah. Like, so if X you get this, but if Y you still get something.
Yeah, if non-X you still do something, and I think this is a brilliant example of that. So Lilibue, Wings of Fortune is a 2-drop, requires 1 blue. She's an alien from Universe 10. She has 15,000 power, which is actually quite good power level for a 2-drop. And when you play this card, your opponent reveals the top card of the deck. If it's a battle card, you bounce one of their battle cards, ignoring there's no cost or anything like that. Of course, if they have barrier, it's still stopping it, but there's no cost, there's no power limit. You just bounce something. If you show something that's not a battle card, you draw a card. And it still puts a body 15,000 power. I think the card is good enough to warrant being here. I think it has, again, lots of potential, depending on the decks we're going to see.
Yeah, I think that's a really fair shout. It's just, like, at worst, you draw a card. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, I don't know.
Those times when a 1-drop that draws a card costed £5 a piece.
Set 1 boo.
Yes.
Set 1 boo. Except this one can attack and do other stuff as well. So, you know, I like Lilibue, mainly because her name's awesome. Lilibue. Lilibue. I agree. 6 is a fair spot for it. And, you know, she can be used outside of the Universe 10 archetype.
I think that's the main reason. She can be used outside of the Universe 10 gimmick. She has her uses.
Yes.
I think that's why she's good.
Speaking of Universe 10, Universe 6.
So, yes, speaking of Universe 10, very, very close to Universe 10, you have Universe 6.
Coming in at number 5, we have Kevlar.
Energetic Frenzy Kevlar.
Thank God you said that,
drop.
because I couldn't say that. I really like this card. I mean, first off, the artwork is clean. It looks so good. It's not blue-yellow like I keep thinking it is because I'm so used to seeing Kevlar in blue and yellow. Run us down from the effects. This one's gnarly and has so much potential. I love it.
So it starts as a 7 cost, requires 3 blue, but it costs 1 less for each of your blue battle cards. Again, it's not tied into Universe 6. You can have a lot of decks, and it also doesn't check for monocolored blue cards. So you can use multicolor cards, like Dr. Uiro could easily play this card.
Yep. And as I was saying to you, those Roshis from Draftbox counter play.
Counter attack.
Yep. So you put them on board. It's just lowering that cost. And why wouldn't you be running that negate? It's a good negate.
It is probably possible to play her turn 3. I would guess it is possible.
I mean, in optimal circumstances, I'd agree with you.
You can only have one of her in the battle area, which is fair.
I mean, yeah, that would be broken. She
has activate main. Once per turn, you draw 2 cards. Then at the start of opponent's next main phase, you untap 2 of your blue energy. Again, doesn't need to be monocolor.
Yep, just as long as it's got blue in it, boys.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's fantastic. I just think it's a really strong card. It's got the potential. Like, the only reason it's at the 5th spot is just because it is 7-drop and you do have to reduce it. But if it can come off and it does pop off, this card's insane. Like, it gives you free reign, and I think it's going to be a good card for Kefla Surge going forward, as well as other U6 decks. It's just or blue decks. In fact, we said Beerus, I believe we were talking about.
Yes, Beerus. There's a couple of decks. I think this is going to be Beerus or Uiro. I think this card might find a home better in a non-Universe 6 deck. Because Universe 6 drops mostly yellow battle cards.
That's true.
I think Kale is the blue one that they play.
Kale's blue, Khalifa's yellow, Kaba's green.
Kaba is green
also
and
yellow. Also yellow.
And Caulifla is also red.
True. U6 is just all over the place, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Some consistency, please.
I think U6 also is going to have the 4 color cards that we've seen
earlier. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be
This is a
surprised.
strong card, but the problem is you need to have a setup board to play it.
Oh, 100%. Like
You
if
do need to have a couple of battle cards on board, which opens you up to multiple
exploiting
answers.
weaknesses, Cammy,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, especially if you're using weenies, the set free Kale can also destroy your board.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that can counter this card. It has a powerful effect, but
It's
it
not
requires
busted.
too much setup.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not busted. Coming in at number 4, more U6.
No, it's not.
No, it's yes, it is Prina. No,
Yeah, it is U6, sorry, but it's I
not the
was thinking of the
veggies.
Kale. Yeah,
Yeah,
not veg.
it's not a veggie. It's an Namekian.
So this card initially both of us looked over
Because
because we misread the effect.
we were so used to Bandai implementing when this card's KO'd or when this
Yeah.
card is removed by a skill, like we were just like, oh, it's aight, it's fine, it's okay for what it is.
It's a 2-drop 15k blocker.
Yeah,
That is a Universe 6. I think it can be played with hit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe
'Cause
so.
you can
It's
play
2 drops,
Universe
isn't it?
6.
Yeah, it's just 2 drop 6s,
It's a blocker when one of your battle cards, any other battle cards, and I'm also
including
not.
himself.
I think it's yes, including himself, is KO'd. So either battle or skills. You choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with cost 4 or less, and return it to owner's hand.
It's good. This is
Which
good.
I think, yes, it's because it's not once per turn, and it triggers of any of your other cards dying. Doesn't need to be blue cards. Doesn't need to be Universe 6 cards. Doesn't need to be Namekian cards.
Just
And I'm quite sure it's searchable by assimilation.
yeah, it's a Namekian.
It's a Namekian with cost 2 or less,
Yep,
right?
yep, should be able to be searched because you can search the Sonel super combo, so
Yes.
you should be able to search this.
Yeah. So I think at 2-drop 15k blocker with this effect, like, don't get me wrong, I think those effects are cool. I would so much prefer if blue gig was to put to the top of the deck
Rather
rather
than
than to hand.
yeah, because that gives
Because
them
putting to
combo
hand
power.
is not that good.
Yeah, it gives them combo power if nothing
Or
else.
if it's during your opponent's turn, that if they have enough energy, they can instantly replay it. Like majority of the counterplays for blue are worthless. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Like when they played
Does
TN against
does
me,
hidden
and I
potential
wanted
count as a blue counterplay there, Peter?
it's green. Let's be honest. It checks for the green leader.
That's fine. Okay, I'll let you off.
The 1-drop blue counterplay when TN was being played against me, I'm like, well, yeah, I can do that on TN, but then he can just drop it as 1-drop again. What's the point?
I can understand it.
TN is gone.
Yeah. But I really like it, and you never know. Like I feel like the Namekians' time is going to come, especially with Unison being a thing. I feel like Namekians could see a comeback. I don't know. I just like it.
One would hope.
I just like it, especially because Namekians are all about building a board for Bond, and if they want to double down on that mechanic, this is a good way of punishing your opponent for killing off the Bond pieces.
Yeah, that would be actually quite an interesting
Yeah.
way if they could go into blue, yeah.
Yeah, blue, green Namekians. I'd think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or blue, green, yellow.
Oh yeah, yeah. Try Namekians. Oh my god.
Yeah, Guy Namekians.
Dynamakians! Ha! Coming in at number 3 is another of the U6 babies.
Energetic Outburst Kale.
I love this Kale so much, Peter.
Female Broly again.
I love this Kale so much, Peter. I said it when we first saw them that I was like, I like this one. Mainly because you can free play it with hit. So sorry, no. We charge multicolor turn 1. We play this and we swing at an opponent. Regardless of what your opponent does, you're untapping that blue energy as soon as it passes to their turn.
As soon as they charge during their turn.
Yep, it's so good. I love it.
Also, the effect is not once per turn, so if you can restand it, you can get multiple untaps.
Really?
Or if you have multiple of those.
Wait, what?
When this card attacks, activate the skill. At the start of your opponent's next main phase, you untap an energy. Which
You're
means
right.
if this card attacks multiple times, you untap multiple energy.
Oh, baby. Whew. That's some exciting stuff right there.
Well, we'll see, because we haven't seen any untapping for battle cards for blue.
But it's easy enough
It's
to play more than one.
Yeah.
Especially if your cost. So essentially, you free play with hit. You can, and then if you charge, and then you to play another. When you swing with both of them, you're gonna be essentially playing it for free and then be defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that those cards might be quite good, and unlike majority of the veggies, they actually have 15,000.
Yeah, they can actually hurt.
Yes.
Especially
Majority
early
of
game.
veggies are quite low, and you need to play something on top of them.
Turn 1, turn 1, I'm going to punch you for 15k charge multicolor and also be restood in your turn to defend. That's good. I don't, there's no way, it's objectively good.
And then I will be able to arrival Champavados during your turn when you
Oh
attack.
my god! Oh, Peter, no! Bad!
Yes, I just did that.
Bad, Peter! Oh, this sets it up at turn 1. Oh,
Yep.
That's...
If you see this card, you literally cannot attack them after their turn 1 if they went second.
Oh,
This is the deck that wants to go second.
oh my god, Hit's coming back, baby! Hit's coming back!
Stevens is going to be happy about that.
Yes, very much so. So yeah, this Kale, I love it. I want the 4 in foil, please, sir. Tune into LPG's Divine Multiverse Case Extravaganza! Coming soon. Trademark LPG 2020.
Yeah, I think that was the 4th common or uncommon we had on this list. We only had 1 rare so far.
That's compared to red, I much prefer the blue list as availability wise, but I also don't think it's going to be the same issues we've had with Draftbox 4.
We only had Kevlar as a rare so far.
Yeah, in general, I just don't think Draftbox 5 is going to have as much of the same problem as Draftbox 4.
I don't think so. And besides that, it doesn't have that many power cards from what we've seen.
Apart from the blue SR. Dirty Best is insane.
We're not talking SRs, we're talking about
true.
Commons and commons rares.
So hit me with number 2, Peter.
Number 2 is going to be very weird, but I think it really, really deserves the spot, and that's Android 18 Never Ending Energy.
Do you want to explain why? Because we both agreed this was good. Like when we first looked at it, it was like I think everyone who saw it, who has been around in this game, saw 2 drop 2 draw 2.
No, it's a 3 drop draw 2. But then we play Android 17 or 18, Android 17 leader, the twin leader.
Yes, and it becomes
that reduces the cost, and it's a 2 drop 20k draw 2 that you can drop turn 2 easily.
Yes.
And then if you're at 4 life or less, it becomes 2 drop 25k draw 2, which means it's out of the range of denial.
Yeah, because it's in hand, so... Yep.
And you can quite easily actually get yourself down to the life points or life state required for this to be at 25k.
Exactly. So, and if anything, it can be a mana sink. It's a beta. It's just everything. It's everything you need.
It draws cards. It's big. It's cheap. I mean, even at 3 drop 20k is not bad, but at 2 drop 20k draw 2 is amazing.
Yeah, essentially it's the Ape Goku, but it's good. It's just good. It's only one specified blue.
It's very easy to play.
Yeah,
and it refills your hand very nicely.
That's also not an SR.
Yes.
And finally, coming in at our number 1 spot is our boy, our MVP of the Divine Multiverse. The champion of Universe 7.
Android 17, turning the tide, quite literally.
What a card, man. What
the card looks and has an effect like it could be an SR. I'm not going to lie to you, this card could easily be an SR. I'm surprised it's only a rare.
It straight up, we both saw it and was like, this is just good. This is just good.
If your opponent goes down to 2 life, you win.
Yep.
That's what this card says. Your opponent goes down to 2 life, you win the game.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read them through the effect, Peter? Let's go.
It's a mighty 7 drop that requires 3 blue energy. It has 30,000 power, critical, deflect, so no counterplays for you, and auto skill. When you play this card, choose all cards in your hand, your opponent's hand, and all battle cards in your opponent's drop area and shuffle them into their owner's decks.
No draw, just shuffle them away.
Yes, it has deflect. You can't stop that defect at
So
all.
Deadly Poison doesn't hit it. All you could realistically do is Champion the Trickster it and turn it to tapped.
Yep, and then you have only one card in hand.
Yep. Good luck.
But it also removes Goku Apes from the drop area, so they
Exactly.
can't rebuild their hand.
Nope.
That's the bit I love about this card.
Yep. It solves the Goku Ape issue slightly. It is a very high energy sink to play it.
It is, but it's a finisher.
Oh, yeah,
Or
no.
even if it's not finisher, if you're at certain amount of life, it doesn't matter. Because your opponent won't be able to finish you with one card they have off the top of the deck.
Exactly. It's like the I'm just gonna tap to go all out kind of play.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's the Shrouded in Mystery play essentially.
Yeah. But
Except
it doesn't require you to have 10 cards in your drop area.
And it doesn't get hit by Deadly Poison.
Yeah. And you can play them back to back.
Oh my god, no, that's disgusting, Peter. Stop it.
It has also that 30k is a lot. They're not stopping that attack, and it's critical. They don't get cards in hand, so if they can't stop it coming down,
they're not getting resource.
Exactly.
I mean, no, and they can't even use drop negates because there's no drop area.
There's only no battle cards in the drop area. They can't use drop negates
because
they
they'll
have
have
no cards in hand.
Yeah.
Empty hand all day long.
It's a powerful card, man. Very powerful.
It's
And
going to be very powerful finisher, yeah.
Very much deserving of the number 17 spot. Number 17 spot. Number 1 spot on our list. So that was our blue non-SPRs, non-SRs for the blue Divine Multiverse cards. Only 2 rares this time. So I think blue is looking quite strong.
I think it was 3 rares because it was 17, 18 and Kevlar.
Oh, 18's a rare as well. 18's a rare as well. And it's not to say we didn't have other choices. Like, we'll give a quick shout out to the Roshis. We both liked those.
Both Roshis were really good, and they almost made the cut.
But
in the end,
the Gawasu
17
potential
was better finisher.
And the Gawasu potential combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our list. Thank you for watching. We shall see you.
Let us know what cards you think should be there.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. And we'll see you in the next video, which should be green, unless Scott messed up somewhere along the road, which I doubt because Scott's amazing, and he's the talent that LPG deserves, and he's great. And Team Out of Life's topped Ford.
He's a hero we need, not necessarily the hero we deserve, the hero we need.
There you go. If anyone stayed around for after the credits, that's what you get trekked to that time.